Today we're going to do the knit stitch. In our last video we got all our stitches on our needle for casting on, and now we're going to do a knit stitch. And to show you a difference, I'm going to use a different color yarn while I'm doing this knit stitch, just so you can see the difference. So we got our cast on stitches on our needle. You want to get all the little knots lined up in a row, not twisted around the needle, but all lined up in a row. And then we're going to start transferring each one of the stitches on the left hand needle. They're all going to go over to the empty right hand needle. And we'll do it one stitch at a time, and we will transfer and knit over all these stitches. Now I'm going to use a different color yarn just so you can easily see the knit stitch, because it can kind of blend together. So when we do this, we're going to insert our right hand needle into the stitch from the bottom up, and you want to create an X with your needles. You want to go into the stitch right before the little knot and you make an X. That puts the least amount of stretch on the stitch. If you do it this way and pull the yarn apart, you'll see that that makes that stitch very loose and loopy. So you want to maintain an X. Your empty needle will be in the back, your full needle will be in the front, and then you're going to reach around and you'll grab the string going back to your ball of yarn. I'm going to grab a new color so you can see the difference, but you will grab the yarn going back to your ball of yarn. So I'm going to grab this yellow. I'm going to loop it over to get it started. Loop it over my needle. But this will be basically how you will start, but again, you'll have your original color. I'm going to hold all these threads in my left hand to kind of get them out of my way so you can see the difference. So what you'll do, we'll start here at the beginning. You'll pick up your thread. You'll bring the thread around both needles. You'll be behind the needles. You'll come around, bring your yarn forward in between the two needles. Then you want to put a little tension on that string so that you can draw it through the loop. If it's too loose, you can't really bring it through easily. So you want to put a little tension. I pinch always between my thumb and finger, and I pinch and pull it a little bit tight, and then very slowly you bring the right hand needle tip down and back through the stitch that you started with. So now I have the new stitch, the yellow stitch, on my right needle, and when I have it over here, I can drop it off of the other needle. So I very carefully scooch my stitches with my left hand up close enough to the tip that I can get that pink stitch to drop off. So that's my first knit stitch, and we'll do it again a couple of times so you can see. So we'll go into the stitch just like we did before. My yarn is in the back of my work. I'm going to go into the stitch right before the little knot. I'm going to make an X. Then I'm going to bring my yarn around behind everything, bring it forward between the two needles, and then very carefully slip that right hand needle straight down through the loop until I catch that second stitch. Now if you look closely, you can see my yarn frayed just a little bit, and there's a little piece of the pink going across that yellow, and we don't want our yarn to fray, and that can happen when we stab the yarn and it just breaks apart because there's several little threads. So I'm backing out. I'm letting everything go back to normal. That stitch is back on the left needle. We haven't started the second stitch yet. We're just starting over. So this time when I stab it, I want to make sure that I don't stab in the middle of the yarn, but under the yarn. I bring the working yarn around behind and bring it forward. I put a little tension on it, and then slowly bring that tip back through the loop we started in. Now I have my second stitch, and then I let the second stitch fall off the left needle. We'll do that a couple more times. We go into the stitch from the bottom up. It might feel a little tight because we cast on tighter than we knit. So get your stitch in there, make your X, come around behind, bring it forward between the needles, and then very slowly bring that right tip down through the loop. Very slowly. And there you catch it. Once I have it caught on my right needle, then I can let it drop off my left needle. So I'm using the rest of my fingers and hands to hold on to the stitches. I use my left hand to hold on to that left needle, and I can scooch the stitches up and down depending on what I need. I don't let them go off the tip, and then I use my right hand to hold those stitches on without losing them. So I'm constantly scooching stitches up and back using my hands while we're doing this knitting process. And you remember, your hands will fumble around, and that's okay. It just takes some practice. So let's do another stitch. You've got your working yarn in your fingers. I pinch my yarn. I've got all this other yarn out, get it out of my way. So I pinch the yarn between my thumb and my finger. You'll see other knitters will figure out ways to hold the yarn that feels good for their hands. So you'll figure something out for you. Some people will thread the yarn around different fingers, and the reason they're doing that is to get tension on that string right there, tension on it, so that you can pull it through the loops. So I'll show you what that looks like. You might see knitters that hold their index fingers up in the air while they're knitting. So they're putting tension on that string, holding it, holding tension while they bring the tip down and under, and then pulling it off the left needle. So you can figure out a way that feels good for your fingers. For my fingers, I pinch. So I always hold the yarn between my thumb and my index finger, and I allow the yarn to slide through that pinch, if that makes sense. So here we go. Let's do another knit stitch. I pinch. I go into the stitch from the bottom up, make my X, around behind, bring it forward in between. Very carefully and slowly, I put tension on that string, and I bring that tip down under, and then I let go of the side on the left. I let that slide up and off. So you can scooch your stitches up. You don't want to really yank and pull and try to get that last stitch off, because that makes the stitches kind of loose right through here. So it's better to use your left hand and allow those stitches to get closer to the tip so that you can let that stitch fall off rather than you have to pull and yank it to get it to fall off the needle. So we go in from the bottom up. Again, these stitches are going to feel tight because we always cast on tighter than we actually knit. So this first row can kind of feel frustrating because that's tight, but trust me, the next row will be a much better way of feeling it. So we come around behind, in between, and then up and over. So we're transferring one stitch from one needle to the other, around behind, down through, up and over. So I'm picking up the pace a little bit, going a little bit faster. You kind of get into a little bit of a rhythm when you're doing this. And again, you can see it's kind of tight, and I don't want to stab the yarn in the middle of the yarn, I want to go completely under the thread. So again, you go real slow, put some tension on it. You don't have to spend a lot of time tightening, because just the act of throwing this yarn around will tighten that last stitch enough, so you don't have to strangle it. So you just by picking it up and throwing it around the needles for the next stitch, that'll automatically tighten the stitch you just finished. So that last stitch we just finished will tighten automatically when I pick up the yarn and throw it for the next stitch. So we just go slowly in your own speed, one stitch at a time, bringing each stitch from the left needle over to the right needle. Go as slow or as fast as you need to, and you'll get faster the more you practice. So if this feels too fast, that's okay. You'll go as slow as you need to, and if you need to take a couple of stabs at it to get that stitch on your needle, that's okay. And then we're going to get to the last stitch. You knit that last stitch, which happens to be the slip knot that we started with. So you might have to wiggle the tip of your needle in it and loosen it just a little bit so that you can actually get your stitch loose enough. Once it's loose enough, do the same thing. You're going to make a knit stitch and then let it fall off the left needle. And congratulations, you've just knit your first row. Yay! So then, to make the next row, I get all my stitches lined up so that all those little bumps are all in a row. And then I switch hands, put the loaded needle into my left hand and the empty needle into my right hand. So let me point something out to you. When you're first starting out, it can kind of be confusing what's a stitch and what's a loop and all that kind of thing. So one thing that happens is all knitters has this loopy, loose stitch right at the beginning. Always, always. That little loopy stitch. Sometimes we can confuse that and think that that's a stitch we're supposed to knit, but it's not. So if our yarn, when we pick it up and get ready to knit, if our yarn gets behind our needle like this, up and over and behind, it can very easily look like there's two threads that I want to knit, but you don't. Those are not stitches. That's just that loopy stitch. So you pull your yarn down. The actual stitch you want to knit is the one that's on the needle, not the loopy thing in under it, but you want to only knit what's on the needle. So you make sure your yarn's pulled down. You see that loopy stitch, and now you're going to knit each stitch just like we did the row before. You're going to not knit that, but you're going to go into the stitch right in front of it, make your X, take your working yarn behind, bring it forward between the needles, scoop it out, then let it fall. Make your next stitch. Now there's a little saying that we teach the kids when they're knitting, is to stab it, strangle it, scoop out the guts, and throw it off the cliff. Stab it, strangle it, scoop out the guts, let it fall off the cliff. So if you can come up with your own little rhyme, but there's only 4 parts to a knit stitch. And those 4 parts are easy to memorize. And you go into the stitch, make your X, go around behind, bring your yarn between the needles, scoop it, and let it fall off. And you can pick up speed and really get a rhythm going. So this is the basic knit stitch. We will look at the purl stitch in our next video, But this is the knit stitch. It's the most basic stitch in the knitter's world. It's not hard to do. Oh, I forgot to knit that last stitch. I pulled it without scooping it, so go back and fix that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.